Hello, hello, hello. You should be able to hear me. Let me swap over here. You should still be able to hear me. Yeah. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, you should be able to hear me still. So today, since we finished up all of Silent Hill 2, we did the main scenario and we did the Born from a Wish sub-scenario. Today, we will be going over some extra stuff, as well as reading the Book of Lost Memories. And then, after that, we will be starting Silent Hill 3. I'm just gonna pull up something here that I forgot to do. Give me a minute here. Alright. So, let me... actually, how do I need to do something real quick. Right. So, let me make sure I pull this up. Not that. This one. Alright. Let me mute that. So, first and foremost, that's not the right frickin' thing. Oh, yes, it is. Hold on. Need to get rid of that. There we go. Haha. Why is it so frickin' massive? What the heck? Hold on. What in the world? Shrink this down. What in God's name? Okay. That was bizarre. Alright. Let's take a look at our endings. It doesn't say... Hold on. It's supposed to say instruction included. You can see on the top there. No, leave ending. Does it say on the bottom here? Oh, yeah, okay. So, let me know if the video is too loud. Hopefully, can you even hear it? Why is it so... You can't hear it. Hold on. Can't hear the... Yeah. Oh, there it is. Aha! That should do it. Let me bring this down here.
Will you ever stop making that mistake?
Yeah. Let me see if I can find an actually better video. Hold on, because this one is... It doesn't, It's not really... It's not great. Should have done this before, but I completely forgot. Okay, whatever. Whatever, I'll just read it out myself. That works, right? Do that. Let me actually pull up something else here. Not that. Bring that up over here. Okay. Uh... Where is it? There it is. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, we did get the... We got the leave ending. This is what, this is this. So it's to receive the leave ending, which is the ending we got. To receive this ending, James must act as if he wants to survive and complete his journey while not showing too much focus or attention on Maria or the memory of Mary. This is most likely than you will achieve by playing the game normally. Oh, a quick speed one. Do recover your health as soon as it drops and exceeds and in excesses of 200%, as soon as it drops, and in excesses of 200%, yeah, just heal. Don't stay on low health for long. Listen to the entire sickbed conversation of Mary and James in the hallway before the final boss. Do not go east after meeting Maria and Rose at a park and have her remind you of the way to the hotel. To avoid the Maria ending, so if you want to avoid getting the Maria ending, don't do this stuff. Examine Mary's photo and or letter at least twice. Do not spend too much time with Maria. Bump into Maria as often as you can. Allow Maria to take damage both from monsters and James. Go to Nathan Avenue instead of chasing Laura and have Maria remind you. Do not check back on Maria in the hospital room, S3. Do not re-enter the cell with dead Maria in the labyrinth. Do not keep your stamina in the red zone for too long. Do not examine Angela's knife. Do not read the suicidal diary in the hospital rooftop. And do not read the new message of James on the wall in Neely's bar after the hospital. Doing all that gives you the leave ending. Yeah, there's so much more stuff in this game to get the endings. Anyways, Maria ending. You see this ending if James shows a lot of attention and comfort towards Maria, thus developing a bond with her, instead of holding on to Mary's memories. Do spend 10 minutes or more near Maria, bump into Maria less than 3 times, protect Maria from monster attacks, check back on Maria in hospital room S3, try to re-enter the cell to see dead Maria in the labyrinth twice. Do not examine Mary's photo or letter. Do not spend 5 minutes or less away from her. Do not attack Maria. Do not attack Maria, allowing her to take significant damage. Do not bump into Maria more than 30 times. Do not go to Nathan Avenue. Do not recover your health. Do not go east. In Rosewater Park. Do not listen to the entire sickbed. Do not keep your stamina in the red zone for too long. Do not examine Angela's knife. Do not read the note. Do not read the new message in Neely's bar. Do not listen to the entire sickbed. Yeah. And that will give you the Maria ending. Good lord, so many different stuff. Oh yeah, before the final fight, the cutscene before the final fight actually changes as well. Let me know how that sounds.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary. I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James. I know I was a burden on you. You must have hated me. That's why you got rid of me.
It's true. I may have had some of those feelings. It was a long 3 years. I was tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person?
James, do you really think I could ever forgive you for what you did?
Transformers, robots in disguise. Hey, nope. Well, that was an easy fight.
James. James. You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria? Maria?
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Come on. Let's get out of here.
What about Mary?
It's okay. I have you.
In my restless dreams.
So
I
the
see that
letter
too.
is the same for every
Silent
ending,
Hill.
but
You'd better do something about that cough.
and just like Silent Hill 1, every ending has a different song that plays. Yeah. James leaves with Maria, not learning anything. And with that cough at the end there, kind of hints towards James being stuck in a loop. The whole thing is gonna happen again. God, this song is so good. So that's a loop ending, technically. I mean, what did I say technically? Yeah, he didn't learn anything. he took the manifestation and well, he's doomed to repeat his mistakes again. All right. Yeah, that song, see, credits, let me see. In the leave ending, the song is called Overdose Delusion. The Maria ending is Promise. Oh, In Water ending. All right. You know, to see this ending, James must act in a suicidal or reckless manner, while also keeping a strong attachment to Mary. Keep your stamina in the red zone below 50%, as long as you can. Examine Angela's knife, read the suicidal diary, read the new note to James on the wall of Neely's bar, listen to the entire sickbed conversation, do not recover your health as soon as it drops, go east after meeting Maria, examine Mary's photo, do not spend too much time with Maria, bump into Maria as often as you can, allow Maria to take damage, go on Nathan Avenue instead of chasing Laura, do not check back on Maria, and do not re-enter the cell. The credit song Angels Thanatos. Now, if you know about this one, this is this one is a little bit, there's a little interesting fact about this ending that I'll discuss afterwards.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
Mary?
James.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
Yeah. God, this song is loud. Yeah. What is there to say about that ending? So with this ending, the devs have came out and said that this ending was the very first ending that they made. While they don't have they never made an official canon ending, this was the very first ending that they made, and they made the story. They made the story like when they started writing the story. This was the one that they first had in mind. Well, it's not, like I said, they never said it was canon. This is the one that they like the best, as that they prefer, because they think it makes the most sense in terms of James's character and the story. I don't know if it will say later in the book that we're going to be reading, but in the Book of Lost Memories. But it is a fact that James came to Silent Hill. I'm gonna. Should I say this now, or should I wait, just in case it says it in the book? I'll just say it now. James's whole reasoning for coming to Silent Hill in the first place was so we could drive into the lake. After killing Mary, he put her body in the back seat, and his whole intention was to drive them both into the lake. But as soon as he arrived in Silent Hill did its thing and messed with his memories, and he suppressed his memories, and all this crazy stuff happened. And that's when he received the letter. So yeah, this ending is what happened if James fully committed to what he was going to do in the first place. So yeah, the devs, like everyone, like all the high up devs, consider this the most realistic ending, as well as the voice actor for James. There's also a lot of other hints towards this ending throughout the game. Throughout the game, there's a lot of moments where everything is just covered in water. For one, in the first Pyramid Head fight, once you beat him, he walks into water. All the other world segments are just filled with water, and just filled with water, and like everything is all wet and moldy from water. The labyrinth section is all flooded. There's just a bunch of water themes in the game. Yeah. So let's see. Rebirth ending. This one is interesting here. To see the rebirth ending, you must first complete the game once to unlock collect 4 new items. The ceremonial items: the White Chrism, the Book of Lost Memories, the Obsidian Goblet, and the Book of Crimson Ceremony. I'm actually going to come up here and take a look at memos, because you can actually read them. The 2 books. Book of Lost Memories. Remember, this Book of Lost Memories is what was the lore book that we were reading. We're going to be reading. Anyways, Book of Lost Memories. Inside the newspaper stand, Texan Gas. If you remember, only in New Game Plus. If you remember, the Book of Lost Memories, we saw this in the Maria, Born from Maria scenario with what was his name? The dude. He was reading it. And the white chrism is what Muya found and Born from a Wish. Yes. So if you pick this up and you read it, this is what it says. The name that comes from legends of the people whose land was stolen from them. And you can read this in Muya's scenario, but it says different stuff. They call this place the place of silent spirits. By spirits, they meant not only their dead relatives, but also the spirits that they believed inhabited the trees, rocks, and waters around them. According to legend, this was where the holiest ceremonies took place, but it was not the ancestors of the town who now live in this. But it was not the ancestors of those who now live in this town that first stole the land from these people. There were others who came before. In those days, this town went by another name, but the name is now hopelessly lost in the veils of time. All we know is that there was another name, and that for some reason the town was once abandoned by its residents. The chrism ceremony on the bookshelf behind the desk of the reading room. Nightmare Hotel. Yeah. Speak. I'm the chrism one. The lies and mist are not they, but I. You all know that I am one. Yes, and the one is I. Wow. Believers hearken to me. 20 score men and 7,000 beasts. Heed my words and speaketh them to all. They shall ever be obeyed, even under the light of the proud, merciless sun. I shall bring down bitter vengeance upon thee, and thou shalt suffer my eternal wrath. The beauty of the withering flower and the last struggles of the dying man are my blessing. Thou shalt ever call upon me, and all that is me in the place that is silent. O proud fragrance of life, which flies towards the heart, O cup which brims the whitest wine, it is in thee that all begins. Wow. Okay. Let me go back. I'm gonna want to read a bunch of these stuff afterwards too. Remind me to read some more memos. Okay. So we need the white chrism, which you get at the kitchen counter in room 105 in Blue Creek Apartments. Book of Lost Memories in the newspaper stand and Texan gas station. Obsidian goblet inside the smashed display case in the second examination room in the Historical Society. And the Crimson Ceremony in the bookshelf opposite window of the reading room, Nightmare Hotel. Once all 4 of these items have been collected, complete the game normally by defeating the 2 final bosses, and you will receive the rebirth ending. Yeah. Now this ending, I believe, is only in the Xbox, PC, and the Greatest Hits version. Yeah. It's not in the original base PS2.
James.
Maria, I'm finished with you.
What? But I'm what you wanted. Mary's dead. Don't you understand? She's not coming back. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. I'll never hurt you like she did. So why don't you want me?
Because you're not Mary. Without Mary, I just can't go on.
Oh, James. Come on, James. You must be joking.
look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. I can't live without you, Mary. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place. And they still grant power to those who venerate them. Power to defy even death. Mary.
Oh, creepy music. No letter this time. Okay. The reverse will. Let me actually, check something here. Born from a Wish, Lost Memories right here. So this is the one we see at, we read in, Maria's part. Of the strongest trust, you may even call it faith, in the miracle called resurrection of the dead. Up the hill, where the light descended, the beast intoned his song, with words of blood, drops of mist in the vessel of night. The grave became an open field. People wept in fear and joy and at the reunion. But my faith in the salvation of, I'm gonna look this up. The heck does this even mean? Hold on. It doesn't say. That's just the Silent Hill thing. As mentioned in the Book of Lost Memories in Silent Hill 2, Born from a Wish, also remains a mystery. No one, okay. I'm gonna guess it's just a god. Did not waver. It is also spoken of in ancient legends. The original worshippers did not believe that death was the end, but that it is simply the path by which the deceased returned to nature. They also believe the process was reversible. In the first paragraph, the word resurrection is a spelling error. Yeah, they put two S's. So yeah, James was wanting to do this resurrection of the dead. Yeah, okay. Okay, here we go. Dog ending. To unlock this ending, you must first receive the 3 main endings: Leave, In Water, and Maria, in the same save file, or just Rebirth. In a New Game Plus, find the dog key in the doghouse in the open lot across the exit of pathway of Rosewater Park in East Southvale. Then, after you view the videotape in room 313, use the dog key to open the observation room in the 3rd floor hallway. Alright. Canon ending. Yeah, okay. That is one way to end it. That is the canon ending. Alright. UFO ending. As always, UFO ending. Greatest hits director's cut versions only. Once you've beaten both the main ending and the sub-scenarios, you can pick up the blue gem in the restroom at the beginning of the game. It's on the ground by the stalls, yeah. Once you have the blue gem, you must use them in the following locations. 1. In Nightmare Hospital's garden, immediately after defeating Flesh Lips' boss. 2. On Toluca Lake Dock, after defeating Eddie, but before stepping into the boat. And 3. Near the back window in room 312. Once you used the blue gem in all 3 endings, the game will end and your ending will play. No, maybe this one's the canon ending. Oh. Man. A continuation from the UFO ending of the first game. Harry came back. This time he's with the aliens. Oh.
Thank you, Maria.
One from Wish ending. No, we don't need to see this one. Maybe this is the canon ending because it continues the events of the first game. Alright. It's hilarious how Harry is just his Silent Hill 1 model. They didn't change it at all. And then how they just make fun of it. They just make fun of themselves with their. Have we seen a little girl around here? That how he says that like multiple times, the exact same thing over and over and over. All right, we did that. Before we read any of the other stuff, I want to go check some extra stuff here. Yeah, okay. So, this picture here, Misty Day, Remains of Judgment, Pyramid Head painting with a bunch of bodies hanging. If you remember what I said earlier when we played, if I could find it, I don't know if we'll be able to find it here. Yeah, I can't find it here. It's not showing up here. It's probably somewhere here, right? It's one of these. The coal mine, not that one. It's not here. Let me see. Do I still have it? I think I still have it somewhere. No, I don't have it. It is the. I'll go over that afterwards. Death upon. Oh, that's this thing. Once we go over the enemies and stuff. Just trying to see if there's anything. It quickly catches my eye. I don't know. Whatever. There is something down here. I can't find it. Where is it? Extra memos. These things. The New Game Plus. You could find these in on the sewing machine and table on the table room 205 in Woodside Apartments. These things actually give you little. It doesn't give you hints. It's depends on your previous ending you got. The Road to Tomorrow. So let's see what ending this one pertains to. The Road to Tomorrow. The first steps to a healthy life is to avoid illness. That may sound obvious, but it's very important. Instead of working to heal yourself after you're sick, it's better to avoid getting sick in the first place. Also, you have to maintain a positive, optimistic outlook on life. It's no use worrying over things that have happened in the past. You've got to get outside and play in the fresh air once in a while, instead of just sitting inside reading difficult books. So maybe this is leave ending? How to be a happy couple. Do you really love her? In sickness and in health? If you truly love her, then you must act. It all depends on how hard you fight for her. Whatever happens, don't give up. Always try just one more time. Even though there may be hard times, never turn to another woman. And if it comes to it, you must be willing to protect her with your very life. After all, true love means willingness to sacrifice. Be true to your heart. With luck, things will work out on the end. Maria ending? Would that be? Yeah, that would be Maria ending. Choosing death. Life is filled with nothing but despair. Some people choose to end it all. I once chose that path for myself as well. At one time, I felt that I had no other choice. After I made a decision, it became the only thing binding me into this world. Sometimes I would cry to myself while thinking of the past, but mostly I did was plan over and over how I was going to kill my. Well, geez. I did stupid, dangerous things. I figured it didn't matter much since I was going to die anyway. So I went out of my way to invite disaster. I stopped talking to people, and it didn't bother me, even when friendships grew distant. Yeah. So leave, Maria, and in water. All right. With that, let me go a bunch of back. There we go. Haha. Let me actually. Put some creepy music on. Time to delve into the Book of Lost Memories. Complex story of the second game attracts attention, while its shocking conclusion and various possible interpretations. If one plays with a deeper understanding of the elaborately integrated scenarios and the backgrounds of characters that appear in the game, one should be able to gain a deeper appreciation for the story. Alright. Story preview. Yes, it's just going over the intro. Let's see if there's anything interesting here. This right here. This is not in the actual... This is not in the actual game. It's only in the intro. Laura gives Eddie a kick while he sits on the seat and on the street. This scene indicates that the two of them met by chance on the way to Silent Hill. And you see this van here at the beginning of the game, in like at the very beginning in the observation deck, you'll see this exact same van. So this van you see in the observation deck is Eddie's van. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing really special here. Alright. Channel 2 character commentary. For a certain reason, they were drawn to Silent Hill. What darkness do they hold in their hearts? James Sunderland, 29. Job clerk. Yeah. Okay. What the heck does this mean? Let me see. What is that? What does this mean? Notice that it didn't open up in a new window when I mean pop up in Reason for being. Reason for being. Alright. The letter James received from Mary was an illusion. Wary of nursing his wife's poor health, he took her life with his own hands to release her from misery of illness. However, he was unable to withstand the weight of his crime, and immersed in his own delusions, one can think that he was drawn to the town of Silent Hill. So that note was an illusion. It was not real. This is it becomes clear when after you defeat Eddie, the note becomes blank, and then afterwards, I think it's I don't know. I think it's I don't remember when it is. But later on, the envelope becomes empty. And then after the envelope completely gets removed from your inventory. Mary Shepard Sunderland, 25. James's wife, who supposedly died of illness 3 years ago. Ever since visiting Silent Hill with James, it's been a place of memories. Mary says various things in each ending to James, who has become aware of the crime he has committed. It is conceivable that her death 3 years ago was merely James's delusion. Okay. Maria, 25. Dancer. Maria was produced by James's delusions as a result of his inability to bear the weight of crime of killing his wife. It is established in the spoilers. Laura. A young girl who was a patient at the same hospital as Mary. Having no mother of her own, Laura loved Mary as if she were her real mother. Of all the characters, she is the only one who doesn't hold darkness in... typo there, kind of. Didn't put a space. In her heart. It may be that she came to Silent Hill looking for Mary. To her, the town appears to be normal. She does not see any monsters, nor does she see Maria. No. Angela Wasco, 19. 16. They always change it. In the behind the scenes, they said 16. And behind the scenes documentary, they said 16. In this, they say 19. Looking to Silent Hill in search of her mother. After graduating high school, she ran away from home, but was found and brought back by her father. From the article in the bloodstained newspaper, this was right before the Abstract Daddy fight, the conclusion can be made that Angela was unable to bear abuse and took her father's life. After this incident, being in a state of emotional turmoil, one can think that she was called to Silent Hill. Eddie Dombrowski, 23, gas station employee, part-time. That's important right there. A young man who was teased because of his weight. Although he is usually passive, there was a side of him that could be extremely violent. According to one of Eddie's monologue, his anger and frustration at the way he was treated by others reached a climax when he killed a dog in a fit of rage and also shot the dog owner in the leg. Now, running from the police, he began to have feelings of guilt, and one can think that's why he was called to Silent Hill. Monsters, alright. Here's a controversy thing about everyone completely misinterpreting all the meaning behind the enemies. Grotesque creatures brought forth by James, who is tormented by feeling of guilt. The section will examine the significance of these creatures. Lying figure. Lying figure, a being that represents the image of a patient writhing in agony. A manifestation of James's suffering. Early designs incorporate a pair of red boots. It also has a mouth that allows it to nurse itself by feeding on corpses. An early design in which the upper half of the creature's body is wrapped in cloth, and the image of restraint is strong. What it doesn't say here is that, one second. Sorry. What it doesn't say here is that the creature designer said that, it also, represents, it's supposed to be, the actual design itself is, supposed to represent someone in a body bag or in a straitjacket. And the whole legs, flopping about, is supposed to be like when Mary was being suffocated, how she was shaking her legs like you would when you're trying to gasp for air. Pretty messed up. Bubblehead Nurse. Bubblehead Nurse is a grotesque swollen face. Its grotesquely swollen head faces the wrong way. A being that is suggestive of Mary's hospitalization. Rough sketch. In the design, it carries an IV stand instead of an iron pipe. You notice what it says here? It doesn't mention anything about any sexualization, because that is not the intention. The sexy nurse motif is just a Japanese thing. There's no sexual frustration here at all. This also represents the frustration of James had towards the nurses, and how the swollen, diseased-looking face also represents the way Mary looked. Mannequins. A mannequin of James's natural urges and inclinations. Accordingly, it is used by Pyramid Head. This is the only one that you can suggest that has any type of, like, these natural urges, sexual connotations to it. But again, the character design, the monster designer, creature creator, creature designer, whatever you want to call it, also said that these also mannequin legs represents Mary's lack of mobility. Mandarin, these things are barely ever seen. Mandarin symbolizes feeling of overwhelming, incomprehensible anguish. For this reason, it is not permitted to stand above ground. Jeez, man. That's deep. Alright, red pyramid thing. Here we go. Pyramid Head takes the appearance of an executioner of times past, but is actually an incarnation of James's consciousness that feels that he deserves to be punished. Well, I'll go over more about him after. Actually, I can do that now. Hold on, before I forget. So I showed off this. Here it is. I think it will show up in the book later. But I mentioned that James saw this picture when he visited Silent Hill before with Mary about the town's executioners. This one with a pyramid type hood is where Pyramid Head got his appearance from. Oops, not that. Not that. Where's the frickin' picture? There it is. Abstract Daddy, Ideal Father. They think that was a mistake. That's the Japanese name. So I think so. They messed up here. What they translated the book. Anyways, on top of the bed is like on top of its bed-like form are two covered reclining figures, a symbol of Angela's past. So we see, it's kind of hard to see here, but there were two body-like figures. One over here, and then there's one over here. You can see the head there, back, legs, front legs. And then there's another one lying there. This is supposed to be a bed frame here. Yeah, pretty messed up. Creeper! Creeper. Since it also appears in the preceding work, one can think that this is derived from for the most part, from the town's power. The Creeper is just a staple from the town. It has nothing to do with anything. Though, well, it does say that Alessa, in the first game, the Creepers were Alessa's fear of bugs. So this could be just left over. This thing, I mentioned this, the prison's unseen monster. In the prison, an ominous voice. It's quite messed up indeed, what the Abstract Daddy represents. It really is. In the prison, an ominous voice sounds from one of the cells. This is the voice of the creature called a prisoner that appears only in the prison. Although can't be seen, biting a weapon defends its existence. Flesh lips. What is this thing? Lustful lips. The lattice, which signifies a bed, and the mouth located the abdomen symbolizes Mary. It doesn't really go over a whole lot. This is supposed to represent verbal abuse that Mary gave to James. Rough sketch is very similar to Final One. Instead of a mouth, something is visible in the abdomen area. Mary, final boss. A being that embodies James's conflicting emotions towards Mary during her final days. Her face is like the Virgin Mary's, and her posture is reminiscent of a crucifixion. Wow, man. Alright. Silent Hill 2 ending analysis. Of the 4 conclusions, there was no correct interpretation. Each ending indicates a different possibility. In water, he comes to this town to take his life in a place of memories. Yeah. So like I said, James first comes to Silent Hill So this ending here mirrors what happened when, like, prior to the game starting. He carried Mary's body, put her in the back seat, and was going to drive into the lake. Leave. He leaves this town as a man who accepted reality. As James expresses anguish, his wife imparts her final words. James makes his way through the cemetery where he met Angela and leaves the town with Laura. Maria, the man who's murdered his wife for the second time, continues to live immersed in a delusion. James makes the decision to continue to depend on Maria, the product of his delusion. Leaving the town from the observation deck, that is the starting point of the story. Could this suggest that nothing has been resolved at all? Rebirth. To resurrect his wife, he carries out a forbidden ritual. The four special items all have to do with Silent Hill's long-standing religious tradition. This reveals a point of contact with the preceding work. Yeah. James is driven to carry out the forbidden ritual that could bring the dead back to life. Nothing about UFO ending. No dog ending. Silent Hill 3, that's not what I want. Alright. I'm gonna look at these tarot cards because there was some stuff that... No. This is Heather's stuff. Valtiel, don't want to bring up that stuff. Right here, Pyramid Head, good. There's some stuff I don't want to go over yet, like Pyramid Head and Valtiel, but yeah, okay, I'll go over this after when once we finished up 3. Because I don't want to go over some stuff that might have potential spoilers. Visual concept. I just want to see if there's some stuff to do with framing. Demo scene from Silent Hill 2 that makes the use of a particular slanted point of view. It indicates the mental state of the characters that appear in the scene. Key items. Anything special here? Book of Lost Memories. Original book written of the history of the town. It appears in the second game, Restless Dreams, and it appears in the third game, spoilers. Red Crystal and Obsidian Goblet. It is used in rituals supposedly they're used to resurrect the dead. Details concerning the ritual to bring the dead back to life written in the book, Crimson Ceremony. Yeah. Okay. In Silent Hill 2, the profound suffering of the man who killed his wife, which becomes the theme of the game, is a consequence of love. Symbols. Power of the town. Okay. So what is the effect of the mysterious power of this town, revered as the sacred place? Yeah. Originally, Silent Hill was a holy place to the area's former inhabitants. It is seemed as though the power of the town was not evil in nature due to the number of factors including the spread of an epidemic and executions at the prison. The power that this place held was greatly distorted. Furthermore, due to large-scale shift in the other world that occurred in the first game, the town has become a great catalyst for the manifestation of people's unconscious minds. It appears to have become a place that beckons to those who hold darkness in their hearts. The materialization of darkness that sleeps in people's souls. This is Kingdom Hearts now. In Town Silent Hill, a power exists that gives a discernible form to people's innermost thoughts. As for the other world that appears in the series, the town is not merely showing the character the nightmares, but actually manifesting elements of the unconscious minds. Those who have guilt are summoned. Due to the appearance of the other world on the massive scale in the first game, the town has become a place that calls those who have found darkness in their hearts. It seems that people with afflicted minds are easily drawn to the other world. Transcending time, minds, and are connected. It seems that in the other world, time and physical limitations are transcended, and people's thoughts are communicated. In accordance with this are the enigmatic phone conversations and Stanley's letter in the third game. Don't want to bring that up yet. And director's letters, among other things, in the second game. Alright. Sound effects. Loop. Letters from Silent Heaven. Alright. This one's important. Give me a second. I need to take a drink before I pass out. Alright. To what extent do James's delusions reflect reality? James, the second game's protagonist, loses his wife from an illness due to the burden of nursing her. However, in the work in which his delusions have become the focal point, many mysteries remain after the story's conclusion. Why is James under the impression that his wife died 3 years ago? And when did he kill her? Focusing on two matters that become key points, let's inspect these mysteries left behind by Silent Hill 2. This is gonna get interesting here. Laura says that she became friends with Mary when she met her at the hospital last year. As James believes that his wife died 3 years ago, his memory is greatly shaken. Holding the letter addressed to her, Laura tells James that her birthday was last week. If this letter was supposed to be sent to her on her birthday is real, then Mary was alive until quite recently. Contents of the letter to Laura are effectively Mary's last words to her. At the start of the game, James is in possession of Mary's letter. As he awakens to the crime he committed, the contents of the letter disappear. What this signifies is that the letter itself was James's delusion. Happy days for the two of them. Shirley died 3 years ago. Taking the facts mentioned above into consideration, there can be almost no doubt that Mary was alive 3 years ago. However, there was no mistaking that 3 years ago something happened. Couldn't it be that what James made himself think of as his wife's death is really the turn for worse that Mary's condition took 3 years ago? James, weary of nursing his wife, probably lost his memories of that 3-year period as a result of shock of having taken her life with his own hands. Although James recovers his memories, it isn't revealed exactly when the crime was committed. The real reason James came to Silent Hill was to take his own life in a place of memories. This is the case. If this is the case, could Mary's body be in the car? Like I just said. Keys and doors. Like I said earlier, James killed Mary shortly before the game started and put her body in the car, not the trunk, the back seat, and went to Silent Hill to drive into the lake. The 3 years thing, it was confirmed that the 3 years was when when it was confirmed that, how do I say this? We saw an optional scene where we found a voice recording with James talking to his Mary's doctor. The doctor said that Mary could have a week or she could have 3 years left. That 3 years was what James's mind played that got that 3 years from. It wasn't that she died 3 years ago. It was that she could die in 3 years. So that's where that memory got all distorted. Makes sense? Makes sense. I want to actually, yeah, right here. Lakeview Hotel. Before the second game took place, the hotel was completely destroyed by fire. If we go back to, I want to go back here. And I'm going to go to L2. Gonna go to... Where's memos? I can zoom out a little bit. Right here. In the prison, we can find this. Burning Man. It's a picture of the hotel on fire. So before the game started, so when James and Mary stayed at the hotel, and between that time and when the game started, the hotel caught on fire and was destroyed in that fire. When you first get to the hotel, everything seems normal, like a normal hotel, though empty. No one's in there. After you watch the tape, then it gets all distorted. However, if you know the history of it, of the hotel, that it did catch on fire, you realize that the hotel being all destroyed and burned and everything like that is actually the real version. The whole completely perfect hotel version was actually the Otherworld variation. Only after the tape do you actually see what it actually looks like, which is freaking crazy, because the whole time you're led to believe that that's just what the hotel looks like, and once you see the tape, then you enter the other world. But it's the other way around. The hotel was, you were in the other world the entire time. Pretty crazy, man. What is this from, anyways? This is just... okay, whatever. It's crazy. There is, I'll go back here. I keep leaving by accident. There's the, Unlockables and Secrets. Bullet Adjust. You could get the, like, Silent Hill 1. You could get, ×2 or ×3. But there's also the Chainsaw you could get in New Game Plus. You can find it at the beginning. Right after you meet Angela, you find it in a log. Hyper Spray. For rank 0 to 1.9, you get purple. 2 to 7.9, you get white. 8 to 9.9, you get yellow. And for 10 out of 10, you get the green. That's what it does. You can find it in the RV. All sprays will kill creepers, also dispel Mary/Maria's moths in the final boss fight. But they all do something different. Purple spray. Very difficult to obtain. Because you need to be absolutely horrible with it. Let me see. It freezes most regular enemies, but uniquely knocks down lying figures without harming them or allowing a kick. It also... Yeah, there isn't a special idle animation. There's 2 of them, actually. It also immobilizes or slows most bosses while entirely killing flesh lips. Lastly, with the yellow spray, it shares the ability to make mannequins fight each other, but uniquely makes both pyramid heads fight each other in the hotel battle. White spray, the most common hyper spray, requiring a fairly average or even poor ranking. The white spray will freeze most enemies for a brief period, but will not harm them. Yellow spray, exact same as the white spray, but like the purple spray, it makes the mannequins fight each other when in close proximity. Green spray is the best hyper spray color available. Other sprays generally freeze enemies with some exceptions, while this one kills all enemies and immediately ends boss fights. Or advances to the next stage. To receive the green spray, you must achieve a perfect 10-star ranking. Now, this 10-star ranking thing is where, if you're playing the HD collection, trying to get that platinum, this is where it's going to be absolutely nearly impossible. You need to get the 10-star rank. And to do that, my god, you need to beat the game on hard. Riddle difficulty, you need to beat it on hard or extra. Extra is actually more difficult than hard. You need to complete hard riddle difficulty, and then you unlock extra. Ending, doesn't matter. Ending clears. Good god. Let's just say you need to get every single ending. Saves. You can only get 2 maximum saves. You need to beat the game in under 3 hours. You need to get 140 plus 8. These are the bonus New Game Plus items. Or more. 75 kills by shooting. 75 kills by melee weapons. The boat in under 1 minute and 20. And take a total damage 500, under 500 points, which from 0 to death is 100. This is ridiculous. Like, you need to play perfectly. It is absolutely insane, and whoever came up with this is an absolute masochist. Alright? Ah, boy. Anyway. I know I said I was going to start Silent Hill 3 today, but it's already 9:36 for me. I don't know. If I were to... I don't know. What do you think? Should I start today, or should I move it till tomorrow? If I do it today, I can still do... I don't know how much I'll be able to get done today. But I can. But if I... But I can postpone it till tomorrow. Man. That was a lot. Let's see. So right here, you can see that, this is the original, original release. And then this is the, greatest hits version, which came out, tomorrow will be good, yeah. So this is the Greatest Hits release, which came out a year later, which budget re-release with additional content. This has the new ending, which is the Rebirth ending, and the Born from a Wish. This is the Japanese version of that. A special disc set. Too bad this didn't release in North America. This thing is awesome. This version. But then there's the Xbox version right here. Restless Dreams is the version that came out. Listen to that. December 21st. That is like 4 months after. 4 months after the Xbox got the Restless Dreams version, which has the new stuff in it. And then it took how long until? Yeah, it took almost a year for PlayStation to get it in the Greatest Hits version. Oh no, okay, so I'm wrong. The PC version came out a year after the original. But then the director's cut came out in 2003. Did the director's cut? I'm guessing the director's cut had the Born from a Wish stuff, which is much longer than Xbox version got it. 2 years after, pretty much, and the year Silent Hill 3 came out. Concept art. Let's see. Oh, this isn't concept art. This is just regular art. Creatures. Ugh. Pyramid Head. Study of Pyramid Thing from 1999. Cool. Anyways. Well, with that, that is going to be it. This took a lot longer. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and 23 minutes? Yeah, it took a lot longer than I was expecting. I wanted to do start Silent Hill 3 today, but this went on longer than I thought. Oh yeah, I want to see look at these guys. Pyramid Figures, 1995. Ooh. Weird. Alright. So anyways, next time I'll try see if we could start it tomorrow. Silent Hill 3 tomorrow. My favorite of the original trilogy. Gonna be fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch me tomorrow for Silent Hill 3. Bye-bye.